Hey, good afternoon, Bob. Trade Genius, the 3rd of January. And from the equity side, things are kind of quiet and are proceeding as we're expecting them to this week. And probably next week is when volume will really pick up. School's still out. At least I know where I live, it's just still school break. So things aren't moving too much. I always start with nat gas. We hit resistance yesterday. I mean, we had a tremendous 3-day move here from basically a 30% move. Hit resistance here. This is a monthly resistance, and these are calculated by basically deviations from the center of a volatility average price, and usually caps the moves. And so pull back. It's still above one standard deviation out, and it actually held an higher low here. So I got a buy signal, and this buy signal is looking at cross between stochastics and money flow, and basically the volume is still more interesting than down volume. And so my expectation is we'll challenge these highs. Tomorrow's the report. The storage is going to be just absolutely decimated. And you have right now spot prices in the Midwest at over $10, and the Midwest had the highest storage going into the winter. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they play this out. I know the cold's going to abate next week. We'll see how if they can push it down or not. But the next cold snap, they're just not ready for it. And I think we're going to just see persistent dip buying opportunities for natural gas. But I'm expecting a move back up to here. May happen overnight, may go even higher, and then we'll just have to wait and see. So we took profit in UNG today because we moved the stop up. Finally got took out. I moved my stop up on SCG. I'll get to that in a second too. And because energy, I think, is topping out, and I think so is gold and silver and the miners. I'll get to that. But what I really want to talk about is, and I know Phil spends a lot of time on the cryptos, and this is Ripple, and I just want to just offer a caution, is that this is a absolutely sovereign manipulation. You have CNBC been hawking this thing now for a couple weeks. They tied this into the start of the futures contracts for Bitcoin, and there's absolutely a concerted effort to sway the public that you want to own a coin like Ripple instead of holding a coin like Bitcoin because of the so-called utility of Ripple. What you have to understand is that Ripple is neither scarce nor unique. It's not decentralized. You don't participate in any of the transaction revenue, and they can and they have and they will censor a transaction that runs contrary to the corporation's profit. You have to understand, this consortium is not a foundation, it's a for-profit company. And so you're running a big risk here. So you're going to own coins. There's still almost half the number of coins still sitting inside the wallets of the founding corporation and or consortium. So they can dump coins as they need to for transactions as they need them. And you have to understand too, not every bank or entity is going to want to use these guys. You have to realize there's over 1,500 coins out there now. The math function is hard, but it's not unique. There's not one algorithm, okay, that trumps all. And so the reason why you are in cryptocurrencies in the first place is to get around the banks, number one. Number two is to not be censored. Number three, to have a scarcity factor. And number four, not to be tracked by the corporate world. Well, Ripple is the opposite of all those things. And look, it already ran up from 1/2 cent or even 1/4 cent to now 280. And and I'm not saying this is not sour grapes. You know, we trade. So all I'm saying is that people think this is going to be the end all be all, and you're going to hold Ripple. You're it's like you're holding you know, a coupon from McDonald's. You know, it's not really worth anything to you because you're inside the system and you don't even get participate in any of the profit. And if you look here, this is the volume support area. So you know, you're talking from 280. This thing can come back down to 21 cents here without any problem at all. There's no volume lifting this thing at all, none. Okay, and as a trader, this is pretty damn scary. I mean, this thing can evaporate overnight, and so just be careful. And that's all I'm going to say on this thing. So I wouldn't be surprised in the next 6 months to see this thing back down to here. They've already kept a couple of founders from selling their coins. So you know, if you're a large holder and they decide that, hey, they don't want the price to go down, they literally can block your transactions. Okay, this is centralized nodes. They have to approve the transactions. You know, it's just amazing to me. This was a different route than I thought how the governments or the banks were going to try to manipulate things, but so they kind of showed their hand on this, and I just want you guys to be careful about this. This is absolutely crazy. So anyway, I said my piece on it, and you know, right there's $200 billion, you know, and for what? They're doing hardly any business whatsoever. Now I want to flip over to the just the equities really quick, and one I really want to show you is we put a put on Nugget. I'm a gold and silver bull and nut, you know, but it's out of the bounds here. And one of the rules I have in trading is this is 10% over the standard deviation line for volatility. It's the same thing I was talking about with Ripple. This is running without support behind it, so it's pushed up pretty hard. Okay, especially when you have these ultras, is that once they start losing support of the buy volume, then this can come down pretty fast. And so here was this is basically up down volume, and it is starting to tail off. You get a divergence here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Nugget down here at 29 in the next week or two. And if you want to also look for another trade, GDXJ is the same way. It's not leveraged, but it works the same pattern here. Okay, so these are good risk rewards to go short, and so that's my recommendation. And then we'll just have to see where things go. Also, FCG, another great day. We own this. Okay, but the inverted hammer here. So I moved my stop way up. This move's probably for this time starting to get a little sketchy too, and so we'll probably get taken out tomorrow on this. And then we had a quick trade on our UNG is done, and so we ran it up and got taken out 590, 585, and it's back to support here. But we had a great run, so I'm not too worried about getting taken out. But I think we're going to get a shift here in direction, so watch the dollar. We also bought puts on FXY, and I think this is going to roll down to the Japanese when they get into the new year. You know, they start shorting the yen, and start basically the game's over once again. So, and then the last trade we did was so fast, it was hardly a blink. I don't like trading these things, but because it was crypto related, it was on my scan. So it popped yesterday, pulled back, I moved my stop up, we're out, and now I'm just going to kind of watch it. One I did miss, I talked about it, but I didn't take the trade. I should have just put it out there for everybody. But Square had a nice move today. We could have bought it yesterday at like 35.85, and I didn't pull the trigger. But this is one of the crypto ones I like. Square is going to be one of the Coinbase killers out there. You know, a professional company that's going to handle your fiat into the crypto world. So you're going to see all these exchanges start to get eaten up when the pros come in with actual real support and backing and you know, good standard operating procedures and none of this, hey, where's my coin, and nobody's getting back to me. All those companies, I guarantee you, within a year, they're all going to be gone, or they're going to be absorbed, because companies like Square and Gemini and those guys are just going to come in there and just clean up the whole space. So, but anyways, Bob for Trade Genius. So just keep watching things, but that's my play here for now is to look for the pullback in gold, silver, and the miners, and I guess this Iran thing has oil up, and as soon as that thing resolves itself, you know, oil I think will roll over too, and then we'll look for chances to buy all those dips. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye bye.